Okay. Should be able to hear me all right. Yep. All right, now I'm just setting up my altitudes and my flight plan. Okay, and then I'm sending them to my avionics. It's because it's going through the mountain. All right, and we should be good enough to go. All right. Let it load. I'm a musician. I make more money than being a pilot. So, but I still keep my currencies up.
Phoenix clearance delivery. Spirit November Kilo 4321 IFR to Denver. Ready to copy. Cleared to Denver via the MRBL-1 departure, JARPA transition, runway 26. Climb via SID, maintain 13,000 expect flight, level tree 010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125.4, squawk tree 275, Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Spirit November Kilo 4321, read back correct. Contact ground on 132.55. Good day.
Okay, now we got that. Then we're going to go in here. All right, so we're going to go down here. We're going to look at the top screen. And since we are connected to the GPU, which is ground power unit, I'm going to turn on the external power. And then we're going to turn on the batteries. Now, the next thing we do is we do the APU master switch. Yeah, he can come back later. I told him he could save the link. And we're going to start the APU. And then we'll turn on the APU bleed. That's okay. I do this for everybody, so when they come back later on, they can actually be able to use it at a different time. Turn on the beacons, turn on the strobe lights to auto, turn the wings light to on, turn on all the nav lights, turn taxi, put these into off. Thank you. I do my best. Then you turn on the crew oxygen, and then you come up here and you turn on the navs. Oops. And then you make sure that your bats are good. Okay. And then you come back down here and do this jump here. Now, set the altimeter to reflect US, which is going to be in HGs. We turn on the flight directors. And we set this to VSFPA. All right, now we're going to go over here to the flight computer, and we're going to do the initial. And our flight today is November Kilo 4321. Enter that into the flight computer. We do the IRS initiate. Double check that's good. Clear all my messages. And then we go to Prague and we set. Yeah, that's right. Then we type in Kilo, Delta, Echo, November for Denver. Put that in the 2. We're going to say a cruise altitude of 330. Put in there. Then we set up the Prague over here, which is the co-pilots. And then we put in Kilo, Delta, Echo, November. And we put that into the 2 as well. And then I put that on report, so I can see that later. Now that we've done that, we're going to come over here. We're going to push this for the fuel. And then we have to go over to the secondary flight computer, which is this here. This is your knee board flight computer that all Airbuses have. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the cabin lights on. And I'm going to also tell the ground crew to start boarding.
Phoenix Ground, Spirit November Kilo 4321. Could you please get the passengers on board? Spirit November Kilo 4321. The jetway is going to be connected.
All good. Request the baggage.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. Could you please send the baggage? Spirit November Kilo 4321. Baggage is on the way.
And request the catering.
Phoenix Ground, Spirit November Kilo 4321. Could you please send the catering truck? Spirit November Kilo 4321. The catering truck is on the road.
Then I go to payload. We're going to say 120 passengers. We're going to say cargo is only going to be 5,000 pounds. And then we're going to, it does that. We'll say 40,000. And then we're going to say, oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I got 20. And we'll do fuel at 40. Then we apply the load. We'll do it in instances right now. And now we should have a new number, which we do, which is 161,199. And we go over to our takeoff. We go sync. And then we go 161.1. I believe that's what it was, wasn't it? Yep. 161.1, and then we go ahead and we calculate. This is going to give us our V numbers for takeoff, and then we send them to the flight computer. Once we've done that, come back over to the dashboard, and we get updated weather. And our altimeter setting is 2978. And then we come over here to the flight computer and we click up here for it to reset. So it takes into account the fuel on board. Once we've done that, Then we come over to performance. We confirm the takeoff data because that was sent from the other one. Takeoff data confirmed. We clear our messages. Go to the next phase. Manage climb out airspeed. Be at 230. We're going to say for our cruising speed, we're going to do at Mach 0.81. Set that there, the preset. Go over here to the next phase. That's the descent. That's fine. And we're going to go over here back to weather for our destination. Okay. Nice to meet you. I'll see you around. All right. And then we're going to set the altimeter setting, which is going to be 303.32. 0.32. And then we'll do 14 degrees Celsius. And then we're going to do our wind, 150 at 06. 150 at 006. And then we're going to check the approach into Denver that we've asked for. We'll do check it. And the number down here tell us what the radio is supposed to be. So it is supposed to be, looks like barometric is the only thing we get. Well, oh no, it's right there. Okay, 200. So we'll put 200 into the radio. All right, we're done with that. Okay, now we've done that. We're going to go over here. We're going to put slots of that. And we're going to turn on the weather radar. Make sure all that's good. We'll set our flaps to 1. Then we set our transponder to be on TCAS mode with altitude reporting. We'll have it be on TARA, and we'll have it set to threats. Okay, now we're going to dim out this because this doesn't matter. We're going to dim out this because this doesn't matter. All right, and then we're going to turn on our clocks. And then we're going to double check our altitude. Which was 13,000 feet. Set that. Oop. One more. Set that. Okay, now all that's good. And we'll set terrain on when we take off. It's all set. Okay, then we're going to push that for direct so that in the event when we take off, we'll be able to go direct to our next point. All right. Now we'll come over here. We're going to, stupid mouse got away from me there. We're going to I'm going to tell ground control that we could stop boarding.
Phoenix Ground, Spirit November Kilo 4321. I am done with the boarding.
And we close all. We go back, make sure it's closed, and then we go back to that dashboard. And then we say that we are ready for pushback. Go to clearance, pushback.
Phoenix Ground, Spirit November Kilo 4321, Gate 22, Information Golf. Request pushback. Spirit November Kilo 4321, Phoenix Ground. Pushback approved.
And you go to ground services, and then you request the pushback.
Phoenix Ground, Spirit November Kilo 4321, requesting pushback. Spirit November Kilo 4321, pushback request accepted.
And you turn off your parking brake. Once that's done, you double check everything. We're rolling back. All doors are closed. Okay. Once that stops, put the parking brake back on. Parking brake is now on. Now, come over here, go to ignition, that to start, and you bring these on one at a time. And then you double check that they're starting. They're starting up.
Kilo 4321 with Golf, ready to taxi, IFR.
Double check that they're going up.
Spirit November Kilo 4321, taxi to and hold short of runway 26 via taxiway India Charlie Charlie 9 or Bravo Bravo 12. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready. Taxiing, hold short runway 26 using taxiway India Charlie Charlie 9 or Bravo Bravo 12, Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Forgot the pumps. That was my bad. It'll work now. Now the hold. Don't forget the pumps. Once they're both set available, then you come over here, turn off the bleed air for the APU, and you shut down the APU. Then you come over here and you turn the ignition to norm. And then you push the auto brake to max. Double check to make sure your speed brakes are armed and your flaps are down. Okay, cool. Now we're good and rolling. Yep. Now, we're going to follow. Turn off park and brake. Give some gas. Since I know where we're going, I'm going to turn off the line. Because the plane outside is very, very loud. And you follow the yellow line. Now I take off with terrain on, unless there's weather, and then I split it. All right. Cabin check will happen automatically. For takeoff configuration here, you want to make sure your signs are on. So we'll double check it. Auto brake is on. Signs are on. I have them on to auto. There. Cabin check will happen next. Spoilers are armed. And the flaps are set for takeoff, which is 1 notch. And then you push the takeoff config button, which is that button right there. The cabin check will happen automatically. Yep. All right. And we are pretty much ready to go. I'm going to double check my altimeter setting. Oh, it's gone to 7.9. 7.9. There. All right, and we are approaching the runway. And we'll go ahead and stop right here, turn the parking brake on.
Phoenix Tower, Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Come up here, turn your landing lights on.
IFR to Denver.
Turn your wheels to take off.
Spirit November Kilo
Turn your strobe lights on.
Altimeter 2979er. Cleared for takeoff runway 26.
And double check everything. Everything looks good.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Take off the parking brake. Get lined up on the runway. Let's get out on the runway, get on the center line. And then hit the brakes. Parking brake on. Do one last check. Make sure everything is good. Good to go. And parking brake on. So we're going to reset. And turn the parking brake off and give it full gas. Main should go to Toga. Should take off inhibit. We're looking for VR. There they are right there. Whoop, there's an airplane. Thank you, Flight Simulator, for not fixing that. Flaps up. And you get a positive rate. VR. Once you get a positive rate, flaps up and gear up. And autopilot on. Hey, how you doing?
Kilo 4321, contact Albuquerque Center on 125.4. Good day.
All right, you quickly make sure that you go to the handoff.
125.4 for Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Tune out Albuquerque Center, contact Albuquerque Center.
Albuquerque Center, Spirit November Kilo
At the same time,
is at 2,300 climbing 13,000.
I'm doing okay. You bring your throttles back to
Spirit
CL.
November Kilo 4321.
So that little notch is right there on CL. And you want the upper left-hand corner to say thrust climb. And
Spirit
now,
November Kilo 4321. Expect flight level 330. Keep speed not above 230 knots.
all right.
Expect flight level 330. Keep speed not above 230 knots. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
All right, and we're climbing out. We're going to go over here and do our post-flight checklist. We're going to turn off the landing lights. Turn off the turn lights. Going to turn off the nose lights. And turn off the wing lights. Leave the rest of them on. All right, and we're good. Make the map bigger so you can see where we're going. And once you get to a decent altitude, terrain will no longer be a factor, so you can turn those off so you can go over to weather. And there's downtown Phoenix. Now the sun might be bright this morning, so we're going to make sure that we don't have to deal with that. So we're going to come over here and we're going to do the blinds. Yep, I knew it was coming. That one down there. Mine over here. So there, and put these down there. Okay, now. And we just climb. And that's how you program to take off. Climbing in a straight line, you can increase your map distance so you can see where the hell you're going. If you look on the lower menu, you'll see this right here. This will be the top of your ascent to what your altitude is set to.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. Climb and maintain flight level 180. Climb and maintain flight level 180. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Now, in setting the altitude, once you set it, then you should say that you will set managed. For me right now, it's a right click, so I'm going to right click it, make sure it's managed. You want that little dot to be on. But you need to make sure that when you change it, it says that. So you want to make sure you turn your spoilers back to 0.
Spirit November Kilo 432. 1 contact Albuquerque Center on 132.9er. Good day. 132.9er. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
All right.
Albuquerque Center. Spirit November Kilo 4321 is at 11,300 climbing flight level 180.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. Albuquerque Center. Altimeter 29er 8 Radar contact continue. Spirit November Kilo 4321. Climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
All right. We're climbing well. We're going to make the map bigger. Don't ever forget to change your altimeter setting because that is your altitude. All right. And for those that watch us later on, once you get to yes, that is the A20 Neo, or A320 Neo, yeah. Basically, I'm doing this stream for one of the other people that was watching before who had to go, but told them I would record this for them so that they would know how to do a startup.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. Climb and maintain flight level 260.
Climb and maintain flight level 260. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
And we're still climbing. Go down here to let's see progress. Yes. And go to report. And it shows that we'll be to Denver. Well, once we get to altitude, it'll be going faster. So let's just wait on that. And as you approach 18,000 feet or flight level 180, you're going to want to come to your altimeter setting and you want to set it to standard. Above flight level 180. And that's pretty much it. Do what they tell you to do on the radios, and I will set it up to land in about 40 minutes.
Spirit November Kilo.
Climb and maintain flight level 330. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
My flight computer says flight level 369er is optimum. We'll wait till I get to 330 though. It's going to take a minute. Right. And we're going to double check the arrival weather. come over here to performance, and we go over to next phase, get to the landing part of it. And it says my altimeter setting is 3033, so that's changed. So 303. Temperature is now 15, so change that. And we're now at, it still appears to be 150 at 6. So yep, we'll leave that. And then we go back over to reps. Okay. You hit report. Everything's in UTC, so you look at your clock. 13:14. Says we're going to get there at 14:32, but we're not to altitude yet, so should see. That means somebody's coming at me. It sounds like somebody's pacing me. So let's see. I don't see anybody. I didn't see anybody, so I don't know what the hell it's talking about. Yeah, so you can keep saying that. Let's see. So, won't be that far before I'll start to set up for my descent.
Spirit November Kilo 4321, contact Albuquerque Center on 124.5. Good day. 124.5. Spirit November Kilo 4321. Albuquerque Center, Spirit November Kilo 4321 is a flight level 275 climbing flight level 330.
Spirit November Kilo 4321, Albuquerque Center, radar contact, continue to JARPA.
Okay. Setting up for descent in about 15 minutes.
Spirit November Kilo 4 Tree 21 contact Albuquerque Center on 124.325. Good day.
Going to 124.325. Spirit November Kilo 4321. Albuquerque Center. Spirit November Kilo 4321. Flight level 330.
Albuquerque Center. Radar contact. Continue to flume. Spirit November Kilo 4, Tree 21, contact Denver Center on 118.575. Good day.
118.575 for Spirit November Kilo 4 Tree 21. Denver Center, Spirit November Kilo 4 Tree 21, flight level Tree 30.
Spirit November Kilo 4 Tree 21, Denver Center, radar contact, continue to flow.
Cleared Lark's Tree arrival. Maintain present altitude. Expect ILS runway 16 right approach via Shred transition. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
We're gonna set up for approach. Okay, so Denver Airport is at 15.3, so we're going to set up for 7,000. So without setting anything else, we set this to 7,000, but we click nothing else. And as we approach, as we get to the line here, all right, so we're setting up. Everything looks good. We should see our descent arrow coming up soon. Landing system on. Yeah, we got 6 more minutes till 8 more minutes till we get to our. Mhm.
Spirit November Kilo 4321 contact Denver Center on 125.5. Good day.
Going to 125.5. Spirit November Kilo 4321. Denver Center, Spirit November Kilo 4321, flight level 330.
Spirit November Kilo 4321, Denver Center. Radar contact. Continue to Lopec.
Went ahead and started the descent. Got auto brake on. All right, everything looks good.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. Contact Denver Tower on 132.5 when inbound.
Tower on 132.5. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Spirit November Kilo 4321, Denver Tower. Altimeter tree 030, cleared ILS runway 16 right approach.
Cleared ILS runway 16 right approach. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
the game has once again screwed us up, so we need to get down quickly. So we're going to go into expedite. As we do that, we're going to bring back the brake. I'll slow it down a little bit. We're going to say direct to socket. That way we know where we need to be at. Flight level 180. And then we'll return the spoilers to that. Okay. We'll increase the... All right. Ugh. What the fuck? Okay. As we're getting ready to cross over flight level 180, we're going to go and reset my barometric pressure to the current pressure, which is checking the weather. Well, that says something completely different, doesn't it? Well, I'm going to set it to... I'm going to set it to 3.5 because I feel like that's more accurate. And then I'm going to come over here to performance. And I'm going to say 0.5. climb. That, checking the temperature, which is now 17 degrees. And then we check the wind. It is 160 at 6. 160 at 0. Yeah. We go back over to flight plan. Expect they're small. It's definitely getting closer. And make sure those are set there. Okay. Whoa. And we're going to level out at 16, just because these mountain ranges look crazy. Well, due to the screwiness of this, I'm going to have to do my own thing. I'm gonna go 60, so I'm gonna turn forward. What's the scotch? And we are hauling ass. So once I get to 11,000, I'm going to initiate the approach phase. Okay. Once we're beam, I will reset everything. A little bit more. Okay. Very good. And we're going to drop our hello. First things with flaps. And then we are going to say direct to sac. And then we're going to initiate the approach phase. I'm about to land in Denver. Okay. Yep. In the process of doing the landing right now. Because the game screws up a little bit, I had to make some adjustments. And make sure we got landing. Oops. My legs are on. Take off. All right. It's on there. Okay. And just for when we get on the ground, I'm going to start up my APU. Yeah, go ahead. What's up? Yes, I'm using the A320 right now. Let me pull up the YouTube app so I can read your question a little better. Every time when I use the airplane on, or the app on the A320, it always stays on runway track. I tried pulling the knob and it still won't fix this. Fixes. So how can I change from runway track to nav? Okay. So let me set up for landing real quick. Hold on. And then I'll tell you. Give me 1 second. All right, 3 green. Last bit of flaps in. And we're going to turn the approach on. All right. So now we're on approach. Okay, so sometimes, this is what it looks like when you are in the actual nav mode. You have your AP on, your auto throttle's on. Right now I've got it on approach mode, but you see these dots right here indicate that it's going into managed. On the flight computer, and previously before you start the flight, you have to send your flight plan. So you'd go over here and you send your flight plan to avionics and ATC, or you can use SimBrief, but on the 320 it's SimBrief works sometimes. And then once you do that, then you have to go to the flight computer, you go to your flight plan. Sometimes it'll have inside of it, it'll say manual. So you have to go to direct, and then you select where you want to go, click it, and then click direct to, and that will start the process as long as you have everything clicked on managed. For example, if I hold down this button here, see where it says set managed. Make sure I'm on course. Yep. Okay. So yeah, if you don't have those things set up, and you're not flying direct, then it'll just keep flying straight. And that's only sometimes. It depends on the flight plan. For example, my flight plan, this one didn't have it. So this one right here, it says you have to take off and you have to get to 1635 before you'll move to the next one, and you got to get to that altitude because that's how the computer is set. So then the next thing I would say is that, well, since it's going through the plan or whatever, then you have to go down to direct to go to your next waypoint. That makes sense? All right, let's see here. Everything's good. Yep. Seems like we're on the glide path. Looking pretty good. Everything's good. Landing lights on. Kevin, check.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. Wind 17 tree at 8. Clear to land runway 16 right.
And we're clear to land.
Cleared to land runway 16 right. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Minimum 100, 50, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
United 1767. Exit runway enabled.
All right.
November Kilo 4321. Turn next taxiway.
Nice little rollout there. Yeah.
United 1767. Turn next taxiway. Spirit November Kilo.
Entry 0.905 for Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Alright, we get rid of the master caution because I don't need that crap anymore. We get rid of this, and that's already up. And then we turn off that, we turn off that, turn this back over to ARC. Then we go to our contact ground on what? Oh yeah, that's right. Crystal Gates.
Denver ground. Spirit November Kilo 4321. Request taxi to the gate.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. Taxi to gate Charlie Tree, 9er via taxiway Delta 8, Whiskey Charlie Cross runway.
Ugh.
4 right Foxtrot, 4 Foxtrot Foxtrot, 2 Golf, Charlie November Juliet, Charlie November.
Taxiing to gate Charlie Tree 9er via taxiway Delta 8 Whiskey Charlie Cross runway Tree 4 right Foxtrot 4 Foxtrot Foxtrot 2 Golf Charlie November Juliet Charlie November. Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Because I'm a, oh, because I went to school for it. Yeah, I'm a commercial single engine, multi-engine pilot with an instrument rating and a certificated flight instructor. Depending on the airplane, whatever.
November Kilo 4321. Hold position. Caution Boeing 737 on the runway.
Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Actually, if you want. Well, let me get to here.
November Kilo 4321. Continue taxi.
Spirit November Kilo 4321.
Yeah, if you want me to show you a startup or whatever, how to program, things like that, tell me what plane and where you want to go. You're off the runways, turn off the strobe lights, leave the wind lights on, and then you turn off the landing lights. Alright, now we're on the ground. Make sure that the APU is pushing there. I'm going to turn off all the things. I worked for a regional for a while back, but I actually, now am I a musician. Would make more money doing that. Turn up all this stuff here. And then you come down here, pull the fuel. It's all up there. And then once done with that, then you do fuel pumps. But yeah, if you want me to do another flight, tell me what plane you want me to do and where you want to go, and I will do it. So I have a little bit of time today. Off that. That's all right there. All right, and then you kill that. Kill that. Yep. And then you say services, and then you get the thingy to come out.
Denver ground, Spirit November Kilo 4321. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Just to get him off board, but whatever.
Spirit November Kilo 4321. The jetway is going to be connected.
There comes the jetway. And now I'll make sure this is all on there. Open that up. Kill that. Turn that. Toggle the GPU. Turn the GPU. Then you can kill the APU. So you turn on that right there. And then you turn this off here. Turn that up there. And now everything should be off. So when you kill the GPU, everything should shut off. You PC12 from San Martin to, okay. Sure. I have to end this stream to do it though, but I will start up a new stream on the same channel. Okay? That work for you? And then that should be down there. Yep. There we go. All right. And my flight. All right. No problem. All right, I'm going to end the stream and I will be right back.